thank you to our sponsor, MBA Growth Partners.
Welcome to Studio 501c3. I'm your host, Kim Jones, CEO of the Nonprofit Village. We're a partner of Montgomery Community Media, which is your public access resource that provides a variety of information and programs relevant to Montgomery County. We're highlighting nonprofit organizations that provide essential programs and services. The IRS has designated them a public benefit, therefore your donations to them is often tax deductible. Today, I'm talking with Christopher Barclay, the Interim Executive Director of Arts on the Block. The organization works with creative youth and emerging artists to make public art, contributing to the community. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kim. It's great to be here.
So let's get right into your mission. Tell us a little bit more about the mission and how this work really helps to contribute to increasing the creative workforce.
That's awesome. Well, what we try to do is we really work with young people on building their creative futures. So we are an arts organization and a workforce development organization. So we work with young people now between the ages of 4 and about 25. And we work with them on creating public art, but also teaching them how to be in their careers, how to begin those first jobs, and what are those skills that they need to be contributing workers, contributing active partners in whatever they decide they want as their career. And we also have programming for younger ones. These are new programs for us. It's the Youth Arts Movement. That actually starts with young people in elementary school from pre-K all the way up to 8th grade. And they just learn art with us. We really don't get them involved in the workforce in the same way. But our signature program is for high schoolers who are in 9th through 12th grade, and they are doing public art commissions.
So Chris, what do you consider public art? Give us an example of public art.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry for coughing. So public art would be art that is available to folks on the street, if you will, available to the public. So it's not commissioned work that is in a private collection per se, but it's work that is available for the public to view. For example, some of our commissions have been with Chase Bank. So we had an opportunity to do 3 mosaics outside of a Chase Bank in Washington, D.C. I am so sorry that I am coughing like this. One more time. Hopefully that was the last one. But that work is available for folks to walk by and see and to consume and to enjoy, right? So that community in Southeast DC has the opportunity to see these mosaics that are outside of this bank on W Street and Martin Luther King Avenue, or they can see a commission that we have that's on Minnesota and Clay in Northeast DC. And they're just in love with the fact that they know young people have created this work, right? Okay. So they created the designs, they actually laid the tile, they had the concept. And it's an opportunity for the public to enjoy how we beautify their community. But it's paid for through Chase Bank in those cases.
Okay, so you obviously must have either master artists or trainers, professionals that I guess the students get exposed to. They get to see someone else who has kind of gone through this career path and has expertise in creating this type of art. And again, it becomes part of workforce training. Here's a pathway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
okay. So
we have lead teaching artists. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Lead teaching artists who work with our young people, and they are teaching them both the basics of art, which are those skills, elements of design, and the principles of design and elements of art, color theory, composition, all of that. But then they also teach them the art of mosaics. Now, that is a very ancient art. If you think about Greek culture, and you've seen mosaics all around, and most commonly for us Many times we look at mosaics or tiling in our bathrooms and places like that are more, I was about to say more public. My bathroom isn't public, but are places where we go on a regular basis, or even in a subway, right? If you think about New York City and you think about the tiles that are on the walls, but we teach them how to design using 3/4-inch tiles, right? And what that means to take a design from the concept in your head or what the client may want, putting that on paper, and then ultimately putting it into a mosaic, right? And putting those tiles down to create that. The other thing that we do with the young people in our programs is we expose them to folks who are in creative industries throughout this area. So we may have them exposed and have opportunities to talk to architects. We may have them talk to photographers, to folks who do graphic design, who are web designers, because
so
we want to expose.
Is a range of art and art-related opportunities.
Definitely.
I want to ask you real quick, because we're going to go to break in just a few seconds, but who are the students that you're serving? Are they all over the county? Are you serving in a particular segment of the county?
Great question. Great question. We truly serve anyone in this region. And we're talking young people who could be in school somewhere in Montgomery County, but we have some young students who come from the District of Columbia. Very few right now, but we are open to young people from Virginia. We're wide open to it, but it is anyone in the region, truly. If they can get to our location on 900 Wayne Avenue here in Silver Spring, they could be in this program. They'd have to apply.
And you happen to be in the Silver Spring Library, I believe.
We are. We're on the first floor of the Silver Spring Library. And that was just built.
I'm going to stop you there because we need to take a brief break. But when we come back, we'll have a chance to learn a little bit more about Arts on the Block. Studio 501c3 on Montgomery Community Media. We'll be right back.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to Studio 501c3, featuring exceptional nonprofit programs in Montgomery County. I'm talking with Christopher Barclay, the Interim Executive Director of Arts on the Block. And Chris, before the break, we were talking about the students that you're serving and the range of art. How do you follow students to see what happens after they participate in one of your programs?
That's a great question. So we stay in touch with the young people who've been in our programs. The high schoolers, the great thing is that many times they return, so they may start as a freshman and then continue with us throughout their high school career. we started a program about 3 or 4 years ago, which is called Studio Crew. Those are folks who may have already been in our program, been exposed to our teachings, who are finished with high school, but are still interested in a career in the creative industries. So they may come on board. We have limited positions, but they may come on board and work with us in that capacity, and they'll work on larger commissions. But we keep up with our alumni, and we try to keep up with our alumni through our newsletter, and just being in touch, because many of them come to us for recommendations, or we're sending out our newsletter and letting them know here are some opportunities that may exist in this area or sometimes around the country, national opportunities, because some of them want to be artists, but not all of them do. Some of them just want to express themselves creatively. We give them that opportunity.
We can do that, left brain, right brain. So I can tell you, a few years ago, I saw a stunning award that was designed by the students from Arts on the Block. It was for a local awards program, and it was just stunning. So I know that you do commission that. But I wanted to get to we only have about 2 minutes left, but you also offer some stipends to students that are in certain programs. Is that correct?
We do. Well, actually, the interesting thing is in our apprentice program, that's for the high schools, for the high schoolers, they are paid apprentices. So they do get a stipend, right?
How it works.
That is great because, one, it helps them really see this as that job. And then we help them understand what they need to be doing to be employed, right? If you will, at an art studio. What does it mean to work on a commission, work in a team to present ideas to a client, have that client accept them or maybe not accept them or say modify them in whatever ways, but then ultimately they have to work together to complete that commission. So there may have been 5 or 6 people working on a commission, and then ultimately working on the ideas for a commission, but then ultimately only one of those designs is chosen. And they have to work on that team to make it a great commission for Arts on the Block, that team that they're working on. So it's just those same skills that they would use in the workforce, we use here and help develop in them. That's for high schoolers. And then our studio crew, of course, is paid because they work part-time for us.
I see. Okay. So we only have a couple minutes left, but I want to know, how do creative types, I am not a creative type, but how do creative people get involved and contribute to Arts on the Block?
So a variety of things that folks can do. One of them, of course, if it's young people who are of the age to be able to apply for the program, we'd love to have them apply. Lots of times the art teachers know about us in their high schools. So that's one place. But if let's say you're out of high school and you want to volunteer, please go to our website at artsontheblock.com. We do everything from block talks, which are like little mini TED Talks for us to talk about the industry you may be in. We have folks who come in sometimes and volunteer and give workshops on things that they're interested in. For example, we have folks who do workshops sometimes on jewelry making, or they're working on their craft. It could be everything from graphic design.
Chris, we're running out of time here, so I'm going to stop you there.
All right.
But I know the audience learned a lot more about Arts on the Block programs and getting youth involved. And I just want to thank you for a great discussion.
Oh my goodness, Kim, thank you so much. This is awesome.
All right.
Really awesome.
For more information on Arts on the Block, visit their website at artsontheblock.com. I'm Kim Jones. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you on another episode of Studio 501c3 on Montgomery Community Media.